real talk. That's what today's gonna be about. I got a few things I want to talk about. Number one, I'm leaving the gym. I had a immaculate session. Absolutely incredible, right? I'll quickly go over what I did. Of course, it's Tuesday. That means I have a set of three sets of 5 back squats. I'm doing 225. These were tough. I didn't have much time actually in the rack. Someone else was there and needed the weights, and I did 2 sets to warm up. Usually I'll do a couple. I'll go up like 20 pounds each time. I figured I don't need it, so 135 done, 185 done, 225. It was a bit of a struggle. I'm a little fatigued. I don't know from what. I've had 3 days off the squatting. I guess I just have pushed it kind of hard, maybe, and I'm still fatigued. So I got the 3 sets done, no failures, but I definitely maybe took a little longer than I needed to getting them done. I didn't take that much time between sets, but you'll notice that the actual sets are like a minute long for 5 squats. So the last set, I think the last 2 reps, I took like 10 breaths, in between just one squat, like number 4, breathe 10 times, number 5, breathe 10 times, like whatever. I got them done. Very happy about that. It was a bit tough, but so be it. I also did, you'll see some check knees. So that's just part of my program. That's basically just a little warm up. I do that in between sets just to open up my hips, make sure that, there's no tension there. My hip flexors are all nice and loose. My adductors are nice and loose. And yeah, it's just a warm up. I call them check knees. I don't know if there's another name for them. Basically in Muay Thai, when you check a kick, you're supposed to bring your knee up basically to your elbow, and that's kind of what the exercise is. So I kind of just made that up, but it is what it is. I also did some kettlebell knee raises. I don't think I included those in the video. I did some ton of calf raises. I did 3 sets of tibialis raises. I did my sit-ups, AMRAP. Those were good. Those were not too easy, 90 pounds. I did 11 reps. 2 weeks ago, I did 10 reps, so it's a slight improvement. I think I could have gotten more for sure, but I just decided, I'll leave it for next week. Next week, I'll go at it again. I'll get 12 reps. I'll just keep, working it up. And that was pretty much it. Now, today is a very, very special day for me. Here, let me adjust this a little bit. Day 312. I've done squat every day twice now. This is the second time. The first time, I failed day 313. So I completed day 312, and day 313, I didn't do any squats. I lost the streak. And now I have officially gotten back to that point. 312 days of squatting in a row is incredible. I'm so grateful for this. Just to be able to have the opportunity to push myself, to challenge myself in this way, to be honest with myself, because, I did fail. I got back up, and I'm back where I left off. And that's an incredible feeling. I'm gonna ride that high for probably the rest of this squat every day thing, because every day is a new day. Every day will be brand new. I'm in brand new uncharted territory. So that's really awesome to me. And honestly, I've been kind of struggling lately. Not like with the program or lifting, but mentally. So if you've seen some of my other videos, you might know I used to struggle with, I'll call it substance abuse. So in college, I was a big drinker. I was a big smoker. I dabbled with various substances. I'll leave it at that. Well, specifically, I will say alcohol, cannabis, nicotine were huge issues for me for honestly the past 6 years. Ever since I turned 18, I started having problems with these substances. I started going out of my way to get them. I caused a lot of trouble, honestly, within my own family, within my friend group. I lost some friends over that stuff. Not necessarily over it, but because I wasn't the person that I needed to be for them or for myself. And it's going to cause you a lot of problems if you're not able to actually express yourself fully. If you can't do that, if you have to resort to escapism, escaping through substances, for me, nicotine, cannabis, alcohol, if you've got to resort to that, it's impossible for you to be the person you need to be for your family, for your friends, for your close ones, for your pets, for absolutely everything around you. You will drag it down. From my experience, you will drag it down. You absolutely will cause trouble. And that's what I did. I did that for years. And 2024, let me say, thank the Creator, thank God. 2024, I'm completely sober from alcohol. I haven't had a drink in 18 or 19 months, a year and a half. I have not had cannabis since October. I did sober October last year. So October, November, December, January, February, March, 6 months, half a year, no cannabis. Nicotine. I did the same thing with nicotine, except I'm going to admit this. I've admitted it before. So I did sober October, and then I made it about a month and a half, like 45 days, and somewhere halfway through November, around November 15th, I failed. I went out, I got a vape, nicotine vape. They're garbage. Don't buy them, don't smoke them, don't invest in them, don't even look at them. I got one, I used it, I threw it out the same day, and so I could say I'm like, what, December, January, February, March, and then it's March 9th, so about 4.5 months. 4.5 months, no nicotine. This year, I'm completely sober, completely drug-free, and I thank God every day for it. Well, yeah, I am thankful every single day for it. I don't honestly do the justice of actually actively maybe thanking God, but through my lifestyle, through, training harder than I've ever trained before, actually programming my workouts, getting stronger every single session. How else can you praise God other than that? And I had this idea today. So I've been having temptations lately. I've been having temptations to, go out and once again expose myself to these substances. And the mind is a tricky thing. It's fickle. Maybe fickle is the right word. The mind will play tricks on you, and it'll make up all these great reasons on why you should do this thing that you know you shouldn't do. Why? Why should I do this thing? And it comes up with a reason. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's just once. Oh, you could just go back to being sober. You don't really miss out on that much, right? They say the devil whispers. And in a certain sense, it's absolutely true. You will get these sorts of temptations. And in my case, now I can't say for everybody, but what I found works for me the way that I have been able to keep myself off of these substances is, number one, recognizing that is absolutely a choice that you make. You absolutely always choose. Doesn't matter if you're an addict, doesn't matter if you're going through withdrawals. You always make the choice, am I going to use it or am I not? Unless someone is literally forcing it onto you, unless they, tie you up, throw you in a car, and fill it with marijuana smoke, you're choosing to get high. Unless they pour that alcohol down your, esophagus or the bottom end, because apparently you could do that too, whatever, you're getting drunk on purpose, intentionally. And being conscious of that is the first thing that you got to do. Second off, change your lifestyle. This is the biggest one, honestly. You could be unconscious of it. If you start to change your lifestyle, that's the key. So I've been thinking about these things lately. And to me, that means I am not organized in a way to keep myself away from this stuff yet. Still, I could have long periods of time where I have no temptations. I don't think about it at all. And then, I might slow down a little bit, and all of a sudden, just like that, maybe just once, maybe just, it's on the way, there's a smoke shop right next to the gym, it's not that expensive. All these little excuses that come up, all these little excuses. And that to me means my life is just not, optimized in the way that I don't need these things. And the key is just to push a little harder. And a lot of people hate hearing that because I'm already pushing so hard. Woe is me. I spend 3 hours on TikTok and I don't have enough time to go to the gym. And instead I'm gonna eat junk and I'm gonna smoke junk and I'm gonna drink junk. And, I got no pity. I have absolutely no pity, no mercy for these people because it is absolutely a choice. Now, I love these people, sure, as a human being, absolutely. But you are still a dummy. And I know that because I was a big dummy. Anyways, major key incoming. It's not about having the willpower. That helps. That's incredibly important. That's so important, but that's not what it's about. Because no matter how much willpower you have, it is limited. It will run out. It will. So, you have to change yourself. It's not about having the willpower. Every time that thought comes up, I'm not going to do it. 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 That definitely helps. However, it's so much better if you can optimize your own life, if you can change your lifestyle so that the thought doesn't come up. Guess what? I went to the gym today. I hit all those exercises I told you about, right? I hit all those exercises I told you about. I sparred. I did some kickboxing for an hour. Then I did a few rounds of sparring. I got beat up, I got my head tossed around. Guess what? Doing that difficult stuff got rid of that thought for me. This morning I was struggling a bit. Honestly, I was thinking maybe I just don't go to the gym. I could lift at home. My number one priority is getting the lifting done. The other stuff's secondary. That's not my life. My life, I fight. Guess what? I fight. So, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna fight. When I fight, I don't think about it. There's a smoke shop next door to the gym. I've gone there. Right after the gym, I go to the smoke shop, buy some garbage. Not today. Not this year. I made the right decisions today. I pushed myself. You know, if I started a bit earlier, if I did some exercise in the morning, if I have a good morning routine, I'll admit right now, it's not great right now. If I have that in place, I have no doubt in my mind that thought does not even come up today. I wouldn't need the willpower. I wouldn't need the, no, I'm going to the gym. No, I'm going to the gym. No, I'm going to the gym. Because that has failed before. And if that's the only thing you rely on, you're in for a hard time. I hate to admit it, but you need more. You need to change your life. Coming from me, former smoker, drinker, substance abuser. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll be back with some more squats tomorrow.